One of the most essential components to, I guess you call it fundraising, but it actually helps us exist, and that's our relationships with corporates.
So from day one we've provided office space and administrative support in kind, nominally to the value of $5,000, and we match that then with cash of $5,000. So we provide the support to enable Board of Trust to work without dipping into the monies that are fundraised.
I think one of the very interesting parts of raising the funds is to strategically seek out new donors and develop relationships with the business sector.
You can facilitate that by getting somebody from the company to come to the events or to be part of making the donations, be part of if you've got a ball and you're having speeches, you can get that person to do the speaking.
I think if you're working with businesses, a key to success there is to actually look at their business because they'll have a mission and a vision.
So it's really about learning as much as you possibly can about the donor and then building your relationship with them around the things that interest them.
You can always go in that particular door into business and say, well, let's have a chat about what you think your social component is in your triple bottom line. How are you making a difference in the region?
Parkdale Mentone Community Bank supports the Kingston Charitable Fund because basically the goals are aligned. We're there to support the community like the fund is. So we found that their vision was very close to what the Bendigo Bank's vision is for the community.
Another fundraising initiative was a partnership that we had with the local Rotary Fund. It was the Rotary Club and now Sunrise, I understand, and now they built a actual beach box on the actual local foreshore.
What we were able to do is target our network of people, some within Rotary, some outside Rotary. And so we were able to reduce the cost dramatically. This one went to auction. We had, I think it was 80 people at the auction on the day and sold for $115,000 to a local family, which was fantastic.
We were fortunate enough to receive our proceeds of the actual sale amount, which is truly a gift of just giving all round from the Rotary Club and then back to us, and onwards it will flow accordingly.
Workplace giving is a large part of what we do, and that's been traditionally a large part of what the organisation has done. It's been going pretty much since the beginning of the organisation back in 1954, and it's now one of the best workplace giving programs in Australia without doubt.
So Give Where You Live take those pledges, the funds that come from employees such as myself and right across the Geelong region. What was really important to me was that I could see that where my hard-earned dollars were actually going. So what the Give Where You Live program does really well is it can strongly demonstrate that it's Geelong people helping Geelong people. So my hard-earned was staying in the community, and I could see the real good that it's doing.
I think once we've established a link with a business, we can then use their networks to other businesses, whether it's through peak bodies or trader groups or just personal networks they have. They can become very powerful links into other sources of donations, both of financial and in kind.
Talking to our community leaders, asking them what benefits they think, it's not promotion of their business or promotion of themselves, and a lot of them do remain anonymous. It's actually being able to give within their local community without any red tape, paperwork, the difficulties that come, and knowing that their donations are being used within the Bass Coast community.
We could see the delivery of results, and it was very open, and because it was very local, there was opportunities for us to talk to the directors, to be involved with the people that were running the programs, and in fact go out and look at the programs and meet the people that we were helping.
The advantage of giving money like that is the people that work for you have a high respect and regard for you. The community takes notice of where you put that money, and your employees certainly have pride in knowing that they work for an organisation that cares for the town.
The Kingston Charity Fund helps us to give money where we can't normally give money, and helps us to give support where we can't normally do that. What we find is there are sometimes individuals that we can't support just because of our own guidelines, but we can do that through the fund.
We stepped away from that having our own private trust and went to the Geelong Community Foundation for the simple reason that they have the resources, the skills. They accept submissions from up to, I think, currently about 80 different organisations.
In fact, it was a great relief that, we got to know about the Community Foundation, because we would be quite often asked, we'll get phone calls from different people wanting support and donations and things like that, which we're probably not really competent and have got all the skills that are required to sort them out.
We could give back to the community on a long-term basis, that the funds would always be there, there'd always be a corpus of money there, and the money that would flow from that corpus could then be used on projects in the Geelong region.
But I think it's also making sure that everyone who donates money has a copy always of our annual report, that we ask them along once a year to have to see what we're doing and what we're up to.
I think following it up by letting people see what you've done with their money and the fact that you are guarding it carefully and you're donating it wisely.
And the thing that appealed to me greatly was this concept of a foundation, that the money was going to remain there and we'd only use the interest component of it to give back to our community. So irrespective of where you came into the chain, it was ongoing forever. And even though I am a young man, it is quite likely that the foundation is well and truly going to outlive me.